Well, welcome guys, thanks for checking out my channel. I'm Jay from rightsprite.co.uk. In case we haven't met before, we're going to be looking into the up and coming Dreamcast release titled Intrepid Izzy. I know a fair few guys may already know this was actually greenlit on Kickstarter website a couple of years ago, so many people have been waiting patiently. This game is actually going to be released and published by Senile. I think that's how you call their name. Sorry if I made that mistake, but they actually are remembered for giving some great content to the Dreamcast after its cancellation, like games like Beats of Rage, and that game's actually spun off to many different ports because they actually give the community the actual codes to work with. So that's why we've got so many Beats of Rage games. I remember that coming out very mid 2000s, and I burnt those games onto disc, enjoyed them very much. But now they actually released Super Jelly Bean Quest after that, and then they got the Rush Rally. One game I haven't managed to pick up yet, but now we got the Intrepid Izzy. Now I've been having great contact with Senile himself, and they've been very supportive with the information to when we're going to get a final release for this. It's already been out on Steam, but the people do want to get that Dreamcast release. Also, I've had communication with the actual publishing team that are based here in the UK. Now the game is actually finalised, and the actual publishing team from UK itself has sent me a review copy of the final product. So this is here, let's give it an open. So it's not going to be the actual case because they're actually waiting from them from Germany, and they believe they want to try and get the release date for August the 1st. But due to some conditions it may take a little bit longer. But I have to say, I did order from Germany around about 3 weeks ago, and it did only take about a week and a half. So I think it was very promising to finally get this game on August the 1st. Also, all it is a disc itself with the final form. Now towards the end of the video I'll actually supply you some more information about Senile team themselves about this game, which is very interesting, and of course I'll send you the actual purchase link in the description box below. So as always, if you want to help and support this channel, I am quite new to this and I'm not sponsored by anyone themselves. If you just hit that like and subscribe, and now let's get into some gameplay and some review. Well, here we are. The first thing I seem to always do in my games is check out the options and see what else we can get. There's a video mode where you can actually change the aspect to letterbox. I'll go into further detail later on in the video. There's also a control scheme, so you can actually change these controls on or off. And we also have goals, so there's 20 goals to unlock, much like trophies or achievos. Something I do really enjoy, and how they actually bring these to the later Dreamcast games is pretty awesome. It gives you more gameplay ability. So let's start here. And the story kicks off with Izzy on a typical tomb hunting quest, finding a mysterious quest which brings out a very angry genie that he caught on a very bad day. He misfires his attack and sends sassy Izzy taking her further deeper into the tomb. Here you will find Intrepid Izzy as an action-adventure whose gameplay and graphics are like a wonderful marriage between classic and modern gaming, a 2D game with a unique HD art style, a very colourful and imaginative world which I found growing very fond of not too shortly in gameplay, with very smooth animation throughout. The game is designed, illustrated, animated and programmed by Royal van Masbergen. I think that's how you pronounce his name. It features music by the critically acclaimed Ben Boheben, Kuro Toshiro, who also composed the critically acclaimed soundtrack to Rush Rally Racing, putting together traditional gaming sound and new ones. You get to explore levels that you return to throughout your gameplay experience that extend and turn out to be pretty huge, each having its own theme and mechanics. Each level provides a quick transport to the main base. Oh, and look at this VMU in the corner whenever you get a loading screen. He's just so happy, look at him. Just so happy. On arriving at the village of Izzy, which took me by surprise, you will find it filled with humorous dialogues, eccentric characters, reminding me of games like the classic Toe Jam and Ill. This Gurky Pickleson had me cracking up after you find a trumpet for his own amusement. Pickle's got some skills, son. There is also an arcade centre here with a couple of games to choose from to bring out your retro gaming skills. I managed to try and get the high score for Plurg, and there's also a couple of motors to dwell your time in, so I love it when games actually put mini games in there as well. It's pretty awesome. the main game now, you will find maps throughout the dungeons and tombs, which are great for tracking down those mysterious secrets. You have shortcuts to your controller to hit that special abilities and to bring up the map. The controller is very responsive and is really good, making it a very solid platform experience. It has a very high FPS throughout the game, pretty awesome boss encounters bringing elements from the past. Enemies are interesting throughout the game and nicely placed. Perhaps the random pop-ups can get slightly challenging. And when you unlock your suits of power, it really opens up the game. With the suits you unlock, you can then head back to unlock more of the maps and get those secrets to help you progress. There are very interesting suits to unlock that really bring out more gameplay ability. I'm finding the game very easy to pick up but very difficult to put down. The independent scene is going pretty strong for the Dreamcast right now, and it has a great supportive community for this beloved console, and it's home to a fair few great indie platform games such like Alice's Mum's Rescue, Alice Sisters, Hermes, Escape 2042 and Magic Pocket. Now we have Intrepid Izzy to add to this collection, and it's standing out from them as being one of the great titles. Much like the rest of the independent games released for the Dreamcast, this will be region free, professionally manufactured on a press CD, dual case with the NTSC style of design, including multiple lingual user manual with English and French available, supports both standard gamepad and arcade stick with NTSC PAL 60 and VGA supported, also including that widescreen option, that letterbox as you saw earlier. So as I did state earlier, I do have some other information from Senile team themselves. One of the main questions I got from posting this out on the Facebook group was a fair few people asking about the actual downloadable version they could just put on their mode boards or even their GDEMUs. I asked this question to the Senile themselves, and they did come back to me very quickly and said that they get a lot of the same question from GDEMU owners. It seems to be a necessity these days. Also, admittedly, it wasn't really on his radar until recently. I'll get around to it someday. For now, the physical release has my top priority and is keeping him busy enough. So they're not saying that they're never going to do it, but perhaps in the future they'll be able to do that and provide that option for us to actually download and also support the actual creators as well. So to purchase this game yourself, for the pre-order is already in the description box below, for head to that if you're interested themselves. I'd just like to thank Senile themselves for providing me some great information and being very quick with response, and also the publishing team. They were very supportive with the information that I needed to get back. So I am looking forward to its final physical release, which should be very soon. So I can't wait to show you guys that. So keep an eye out for some posts of how the physical form finally comes out. So as always guys, thanks for watching. If you liked it, hit that button. You know what to do next. Leave your comments below and I'll catch you lot on the next video.